WESP Jupiter, a good karma brands radio station.
Well, looks like the Browns made the mature decision over the SHEDEUR decision.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. It is a Motion Monday here on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3. And I am excited to be with you here today because I can no longer say we are pending football season. We are on the heels of football season. No. We're here. We are firmly cemented into football season. It is not necessarily the fall yet, but it sure does feel like it outside of the fact that it's 120 degrees every single day here in South Florida. C-Cat's on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. He, just like you, just like me, has been spending his Monday morning and afternoon checking in on all of the headlines coming in with football, whether it be transactions, whether it be quarterback competitions decided, or most importantly, C-Cat, the quarterback obligation that was going on out in Cleveland. We finally have some finality to it. It will not be Shedeur Sanders. It will not be the third-round pick, Dylan Gabriel. It will not be Deshaun Watson, who's getting paid $1 billion. It's going to be Joe Flacco. So
I got to say, you do a lot of these cold opens. That's the inside the biz term for when Theo has something quick and funny to say before you play the open of the show. That was very funny. That's my favorite cold open that you have had through 320 odd episodes. The Browns made the mature decision, but not the SHEDEUR decision.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that one.
Thank you. You know, it's funny. It literally came to my head just as we were opening it up, but that was an unplanned one that ended up working out. So thank you for that, C-Cat. That is to get some kind of credit from you, the stand-up comedian C-Cat. That warms my heart on this Motion Monday. Maybe I got a little motion.
Maybe.
Are you not kind of disappointed by this news? Like, I guess we kind of all felt it was coming. Many people were rooting to see Shedeur Sanders. It is against the Cincinnati Bengals. It is at home. I mean, talk about the price of admission. Talk about the amount of eyes on that game to open up the season against a team that is historically bad in weeks 1 and 2, the Cincinnati Bengals, but it has a very flashy offense and a franchise quarterback. To see Shedeur go head-to-head with Joe Burrow, that would have been exciting. But instead, we're going to get Joe Flacco, who is going to do just enough to keep it competitive, but nothing very fun and exciting. And we have to count on the Bengals, doing what they typically do and drizzling down their legs.
He's the ageless wonder, Joe Flacco. You don't like the carnival act? He's the bearded lady. He is the man that has 3 legs. He is Joe Flacco. Like, no one can explain what Joe Flacco's doing on a football field, but it happened, and he brought him to a playoff game.
Three-legged man? Is that even? That's not a thing.
No, it's not a real thing. I was trying to think of a different old-timey carny.
Maybe go 3 arms or something. 3 legs. I don't like the visual. I don't like
Cyclops. Maybe he's got an eye in the middle of his forehead. How about that?
All right. So he is that. How old is Joe Flacco? Is he 40 yet? Is he 39? Is he hit the?
He's getting there. He is the oldest player in the NFL.
He's 40. No, that's Aaron Rodgers.
Never mind.
I think he's the oldest player in the history of the Cleveland Browns. Joe Flacco he's 40 years old now. How old is Aaron Rodgers? He's 42 now?
He's up there, but I do think that
41.
There's some juice to that game, even without Shedeur Sanders, but maybe for the most of the audience, and that involves all of our great fans, the good people of Theoretically Speaking, they were definitely hoping for Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah,
Either hoping because they're rooting for him or hoping so that they can hate on him.
Do you think that, because of course we got the news ahead of this weekend that Shedeur would not be able to play due to an upper body injury? I think they said abdominal. I don't know. He was out this weekend, so he didn't get to play. He did excellent in his opening preseason act. Dylan Gabriel comes in and starts for week 2 against the Eagles defense, and he had some good plays. It was funny because people started kind of like the Dylan Gabriel hype started to kind of catch some steam, and right as it got to the peak of the mountaintop, Gabriel rolls out left and throws an inaccurate throw, and the Eagles score a touchdown on it, a pick six, and that all got deflated. Do you think it hurt SHEDEUR that he wasn't able to play despite Gabriel showing that he is substantially worse than SHEDEUR at this point?
Yeah, it goes back to what I thought about last week. Like when this news came out, I know, yes, if you get into particulars, maybe putting out bad tape is not as good as putting in no tape at all. But I think from a coaching perspective, you want your week one starting quarterback that has not proven it yet in the regular season to get real in-game reps and as many of them as possible. So I think it did hurt SHEDEUR Sanders not being able to play over the weekend for his chances to start week one.
For what it's worth, the Browns are 2-0 in the preseason.
0. Or for what it's worth, like we might hit the dump button and no one should ever be able to hear that again.
It's worthless. It's worthless. Flacco obviously didn't play this weekend as well as a Saturday game against the Eagles. Dillon Gabriel went 13 for 18, $143, but he had the pick six, which really hurt his stock. Snoop Hundley stepped in there, 10 for 13, 71 yards. No picks, no tutties. But I do think that whatever this Browns team trots out on week one, which we've heard, finally, the breaking news is that it will be Joe Flacco. It will be him over the heap of quarterbacks they had in that quarterback obligation. This is a team that's going to be leaning heavily on the run. This is a team that is going to rely on getting stops and potentially big plays from its defense led by Myles Garrett. The fact that we've had a couple of people on ESPN Radio's airwaves, Ken LaVicka and Mike Tannenbaum, both saying that Myles Garrett is a dark horse MVP. Like, we know what the Browns are going to rest their laurels on. The question is Joe Flacco a guy that can actually help them win a few games, or is it that SHEDEUR or even Dillon Gabriel, or heavens knows it's not Kenny Pickett, can be somewhat of a ceiling raiser and be a guy that can actually like provide some moments, like provide. I think the Browns actually feel in their deepest heart of hearts that they have a talented roster and that the only real question mark is at quarterback. Like, they upgraded the offensive line this year. Their defense, everybody can agree, is a top 10 at the very least defense. And they have weapons on the outside. They even signed Isaiah Bond out of Texas. We'll get to that a little later on. They have weapons in Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman that people think can have a bit of an upswing in the Kevin Stefanski offense. I think the Browns internally think they have a squad. The difference is going to be the quarterback position. And I don't think the difference is going to be in your favor when the guy is 40 years old and he looked absolutely horrendous with the Colts last year.
So you think that the Browns think that priority number one is to maximize their win total for 2025?
No. Honestly speaking, if they were trying to maximize their win total, I don't think you go Joe Flacco in this spot.
Really?
I don't think you do, unless you have plans on turning the keys over to SHEDEUR in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and you're intentional about letting Flacco start the season off to give SHEDEUR more reps. Maybe that's why I asked about, do you think SHEDEUR sitting out against the Eagles hurt him? Because imagine a world in which he wasn't hurt, and imagine a world in which he has another 2-touchdown day against an Eagles team that, even if it's their backups, those are really solid backups. Imagine a world in which also SHEDEUR Sanders provides more electricity in that offense and shows a bit more chemistry with some of those weapons. It would have been harder for them to make that announcement today ahead of preseason week number 3. Because I'm guessing SHEDEUR is going to start this weekend, or at least play in this upcoming weekend's game that the Browns have. And they got out ahead of whatever performance SHEDEUR might have by naming Flacco today. They didn't have to do that today.
Okay.
We saw quarterbacks being announced.
Yeah, I was going to say, why is it this early? Isn't it a competitive disadvantage to allow your team to allow your opponent know who the quarterback's going to be earlier than you are asked to?
Good question. You're right. I think it. So that's why it makes me. You said, are the Browns trying to maximize their win total? I would say they're probably doing the opposite. They're trying to right now just stay afloat, get out ahead of the narrative, and also make sure that when SHEDEUR does get out on the field, because I do think that's going to be the inevitable plan, SHEDEUR Sanders will be the starting quarterback at some point for the Cleveland Browns this year. I think that when they do trot him out there on the field, they want to make sure he is absolutely, without a doubt, ready to actually compete and help this team not just stay afloat, not just be a middling team. Their Hard Rock bet win total right now is 4.5. People expect them to be picking in the top 5 again. I think Kevin Stefanski, specifically as a competitor at head coach, thinks that SHEDEUR could be the answer to help them win more games than people anticipate this year. I disagree with that, but I would like to see it. And I think that he knows the fans would like to see it. I think even he wants to get SHEDEUR out there as well, but he does not want to do it too early and then derail the season before it even gets started. Because if you do start SHEDEUR Sanders week 1, you just played your joker. You just played your big spade. That's the best card you have in that deck when it comes to that locker room, when it comes to that quarterback room. Kenny Pickett is not moving the needle. Like we saw Dillon Gabriel look a little bit confused on the field in the preseason. I don't assume he's going to ascend into anything, especially this year. He feels like a career backup, which is not a slight. And then obviously Joe Flacco, we know what we're getting with him. I think if you're Kevin Stefanski, this is a savvy move by you because you're likely looking at, okay, I'm trying to find the date on the calendar where I feel like SHEDEUR is showing me enough at practice, and I feel like this team is ready to be complimentary around him enough to where it's actually going to be a winning formula. I still don't think it's going to work out, though. Like CCAT, I'm looking at another team because we had college football teams announce their starting quarterbacks this week, and it makes sense because this is actually week 0 for college football. College football kicks off literally this Saturday. We're 5 days away from real results on the college football field. The NFL has like 3 weeks. We got plenty of time for you to be making these kind of crucial decisions, especially when you think about a team out there in the Meadowlands with Brian Daboll coaching the New York Giants. Because when I see SHEDEUR, quote unquote, lose out in this quarterback battle and Joe Flacco become named the starter, the first thing I think of is, well, what the hell are they going to do with Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart? Because over the weekend, SHEDEUR might not have played, but Dart was darting it up. That's your team right there.
That's my second team.
That's your second team, but I mean, like more so, that's the team that you're in on.
Oh, yeah.
To compete and do way better this year than people expect.
Against the grain, they had the second lowest odds to possibly make the playoffs. The world does not believe in the New York Giants. I am not a member of this world in this moment. I am a Giants supporter on my island by myself. I am not allowing anyone else on the line anymore. You know what? Everyone else made their bed. They've got to lay in it while the Giants get their way to 10-7 and a playoff berth in the NFC.
Yeah.
And Jackson Dart looked great. Russell Wilson looked great. The New York Giants are in good hands.
He threw a little arm punt. You saw that arm punt, right corner of the end zone.
Hey.
It was ugly. Dart was 14 for 16, $137. Threw a touchdown to Greg Dulcich. The Giants beat the Jets for whatever that's worth in the preseason. But the Giants, despite having an excellent showing from their rookie, who we believe Brian Daboll can develop quarterbacks at the top of this league, right? Like we believe in his ability to do so. We saw what he did with Josh Allen. We saw what he's done with a guy like Daniel Jones, who was a bit of a shell of what he was that year. Brian Daboll still unwilling to commit to naming a starter, but what he did say after the game was that Russell Wilson is their starter. Jackson Dart is going to continue to compete. They asked him, I want to see if I can find that sound. They asked Brian Daboll specifically, if you can get that, what it would take for Dart to actually win the starting job. And he deflected. And if we can get that, we'll play it. The question here becomes to me, Stefanski and the Browns have made their bed, so to speak, as you like to say there, CCAT. They have decided that the Browns quarterback week 1 is going to be Joe Flacco. And no matter what SHEDEUR Sanders does in week 3 of the preseason, or Dillon Gabriel, or Kenny Pickett, Deshaun Watson's not playing this year. He might not ever take another snap in the NFL again. No matter what happens next weekend, we know who's going to be starting Sunday, September 7th at home against those Cincinnati Bengals. It's going to be Joe Flacco. The question is, how soon does SHEDEUR take that job away from Joe? And then on the other side, for the New York Giants, where you have a coach and a GM who are both on the hot seat, where you have a starting quarterback who is clearly the bridge and the mentor to your backup in Jackson Dart, who was a first-round pick. How soon does Dart take over that job? Which one happens first? Does SHEDEUR Sanders become the starting quarterback of the Browns, or does Jackson Dart become the starting quarterback out there in the Meadowlands for the New York Football Giants? Which one happens first? That is what I want to answer today, and I have a clear path to where SHEDEUR takes over in Cleveland, And the odd thing is I can't find what makes the most sense for the New York Giants. But here it is again, though, from Brian Daboll. He might not want this thing to happen early on in the year because he's also coaching for his job. He does not have job stability, despite what his owner comes out and says time after time. Here's Brian Daboll just literally trying to avoid the situation at whole because he wants to wait as long as he can before he pulls that trigger.
Yeah, Russ is our starter, and we're going to keep developing Jackson.
That's it.
That's the perfect play for Brian Daboll, though, because remember, he's not coaching to win games this year. He is coaching to keep his job. And I'm not saying that to disparage the man. That's the way of the world in the NFL when you're on your last year of your deal as a head coach and you have plenty more to prove following a very disappointing season. It behooves him to continue that message. Russell Wilson's our starter. Jackson Dart, I'm going to keep developing. So if things don't pan out with Russ on the field, it's okay. I got one in the chamber to show y'all when I'm ready. He's not ready yet. We're working on him. Week 10, week 11, week 12, boom. That's when Dart trots out there and tries to save Daboll's job. You don't pull out that joker, the big joker, which is Jackson Dart, until you absolutely have to. I think things are different over there in Cleveland.
So do you think this is different league, different level of the game, but could Jackson Dart be the Billy Napier to DJ Lagway? Where all of a sudden you see promise from this young guy and you want to keep the coach that recruited him and kept him, drafted him, and developing him?
Yeah. No, 100%. Like, that's what it is. And we've seen this time and time again, actually, in the NFL and in college football, is how a quarterback can save you in a pinch, especially when it's not just like a quarterback. It's a rookie quarterback that we haven't seen and that the fans really want to see, and that has some moxie and has that ability to galvanize the fan base, and he can pop for a game or two. All you have to do is show that once or twice, and your job is safe for 2026. If you start Jackson Dart too early and he has ups and downs and it looks shaky, so does your seat. You want to wait as long as possible. I don't think the Browns are in that same situation. Lewis in the YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm, he jumps in, one of our good people here. He jumps in and says Dart will be starting week 5. CCAT, are we sure about that? Why the hell would you want to trot Jackson Dart out there week 5? Do you know who they're playing week 5? It's the New Orleans Saints.
Well, that would be a reason why you would want to start Dart week 5. Why not give him an easier task to start his career on?
Do you want to know who they play the week after? Because that one's, first of all, it's the New Orleans Saints. It's on the road at the Superdome, which is not an easy place to play, despite how bad the Saints are.
Played at Ole Miss, played against LSU. He's familiar with that area.
Is he familiar with the Philadelphia Eagles defense?
Well, he probably watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's who the Giants play week 6. Oh, but maybe things get a little bit easier because week 7 following that, all they got to do is travel to Mile High Stadium and play against the Denver Broncos, probably the most elite pass defense in the league with a good to great pass rush.
His deep balls to go further, though.
Yeah, further into Patrick Surtain's hands. That is it's far. You could throw it as far as you want. Surtain's going to be the one that comes down with it. Oh, but you know what? Things lighten up the next week for Jackson Dart and the Giants because week 8, you get the Philadelphia Eagles on the road. Why, if you're Brian Daboll and you want to save your job, why would you put him out here for that gauntlet of a run? Whereas on the other side, when I look at the Browns schedule, I see the perfect spot. Week 7, the Cleveland Browns at this point, likely going to be a 1-win team at best. Week 7, the Browns play at home against the Miami Dolphins. Now, this is the time of the year where Browns fans start to tune out. This is the time of the year where if you're in Cleveland, you're like, at this point, you're like, dude, we've had enough. Flacco is cool dude. Great story. Love the playoff run we had a couple of years ago. It's absolutely cute. It's adorable. He's old, right? He's the bearded lady, like you said. Nice.
And this is the time of year where the Yankees are about to beat the crap out of the Cleveland Guardians.
True.
So they got something else to look forward to.
Sunday, October 19th, week 7 of the NFL season, the Gardos are on their backs. They're on their backs like little crabs. You're just waiting to get boiled. And guess who's coming to town? The Miami Dolphins, who, by the way, who the hell knows what they look like at this point in the season? Like, if you want to talk about volatility, the Dolphins are literally the personification of volatility. Shedeur Sanders will be starting for the Browns by week 7, if not before. And I do believe that this stretch that the Browns have, if you insert Shedeur week 7 against the Dolphins, and then the next week You're at Foxborough, the New England Patriots. That's a defense that can still be had. We'll see what they look like under Vrabel year one. The next week is a bye week as well. So now if you are Kevin Stefanski, you had the preseason games. You've had weeks 1 through 7 to prep SHEDEUR behind closed doors. You get a Dolphins and a Patriots team, 2 winnable games, 2 defenses that can be had, and then you get a bye week to work with SHEDEUR as well, to review the tape of those past 2 games, to further prep him for prime time. And then you walk into week 10, you're at the New York Jets, and to be honest with you, yes, that defense is extremely tough. Yes, I expect Aaron Glenn to have them dudes ripping and rolling by this time, at least on that side of the ball. At the very least, you have some experience, some data points. You have a guy that feels confident and ready for the big show, and then you can let him finish out the season and just see where he takes you. Let the young kid roll. He said, if you don't want to change the culture, don't draft me. Well, damn it, here's your shot to show us. It's the perfect lineup. SHEDEUR's going to be the starter by week 7. Jackson Dart, I have absolutely no clue when Brian Daboll is going to finally pull the trigger on that. Both of these guys are going to be starting for their teams by the year's end. I do think SHEDEUR Sanders finds his way into the lineup earlier. And I say all of this, and the one caveat I'll throw in there, I can't count for injury. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You can't account for injury there.
And you know what? The football gods are so weird where sometimes we see the Justin Herbert situation, like no one saw him starting that early, but by fate and misfortune of Tyrod Taylor, it just happened. And all of a sudden we saw Justin Herbert before we thought we were ever going to see him, and it turns out being a good quarterback. So now maybe the same thing happens where it's an injury that you don't plan for in this, that, or the third. But I will say
the Giants are better prepared for that too, because they have a guy that we know can come in and start in the pinch in Jameis Winston.
That's true.
They're not going to throw injury to Russell Wilson would not throw Dart out there too early. Winston would get that look first.
And we haven't seen the official depth chart. And like you saw, the Russ is our starter, and we're going to develop Jackson. So it'd be interesting to see where they do put Jackson Dart on the official depth chart for week 1 for the New York Giants. What I would say is there is a non-zero chance that Russell Wilson has a good season this year, and you talk yourself into making the playoffs and doing something on your last leg.
I can't believe
there is less than a 0% chance that Joe Flacco, you think about building around him, and he might be your quarterback going into 2026.
Wilson has a better chance to be competent for longer. That schedule for the Giants, you keep on calling them a playoff team and whatnot. That schedule they have to start the season is absolutely going to be a bit of a gauntlet. Like, I think they have one of the toughest schedules in the league.
Yeah, to be the best, you got to beat the best. Battle tested. When they get to the playoffs, they'll be familiar with a lot of the teams that they're going to meet in the NFC. What? They've got an SEC schedule, all right?
Oh, my God.
That's why we want them in the playoff.
No, that's not an SEC schedule. That's the issue. They have their non-conference is the opposite of an SEC schedule, and that's what's going to hurt them the most.
Man, it's going to feel so good when we're sitting here in December. Holidays are coming around.
Shut the hell.
And then you buy me like a Jackson Dart jersey or an Abdul Carter jersey.
No.
Man,
you know what?
Were right.
If the Giants make the playoffs, you're picking a litter. You pick the Giants player, and I will buy you that jersey. They have to make the playoffs this year.
Okay.
One little Teddy Two-A-Days.
Let's do it.
I'm committed to that too. I mean, it's not a very big risk for me. It's not at all. I don't even need anything on the other side of it because I know I'm going to win. Teddy Two-A-Days, our NFL previews here as we gear up for the NFL season. The kickoff is clearly right around the corner. And I'm not going Giants with this one. I'm going to stick to the topic of the day as Joe Flacco was named the starter for the Browns week 1. Let's kick it out in the dog pound. The dog pound. The Cleveland Browns of the AFC North. Last year, the Browns finished 3-14. Last year, the Browns had 4 different starting quarterbacks. You start with Deshaun Watson. Then you go into Jameis Winston season, which was extremely fun. Who doesn't like a little DTR action? Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who's no longer with the Browns. And then Bailey Zappi caps out the season week 18 for Cleveland. One of the more interesting data points in that Browns season, they were that one snow game, Jameis Winston versus Russell Wilson, Browns Steelers. Remember, the Browns won that game. It was hilarious. Jameis had the big media hype around him. He had the great quotables. That win is the difference between the Browns having Cam Ward and them having Mason Graham. Like, that's what stopped that win. It was fun, and then in hindsight, it screwed you. The Cleveland Browns also, one thing to remember from that last season, the Jerry Jeudy beef with Steve Smith.
That's right. He's a Jag. Just
A
a guy.
He's just a guy. And to be honest with you, when Steve Smith said that, he went out there and performed like just a guy. But then he eventually started to round into form. Who's winning that beef right now between Jerry Jeudy and Steve Smith?
I think Jerry Jeudy, because of what was released in Steve Smith's personal life in the offseason.
That wasn't necessarily a loss for Steve Smith. It was more of a loss for the guy whose wife. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I just don't like my personal stuff flushed out in the public. So, like, even if I come out looking like a winner in a relationship beef, I wouldn't want to be out there.
Steve Smith, it was not a good look, but he's clearly bounced back because he's still doing all the things he was doing last year. I wonder if they're going to let him travel and cover another Ravens game, though. That's to be seen. He's great at pointing out good receivers out of the draft, though. I'll give him that. Maybe stay away from Baltimore. How are the fans of Cleveland feeling this year? Well, how about we spin the fan feeling wheel? Nice.
Uh-oh. I don't like what this is trending.
Nice. Oh, look at that. Blissful. They're blissful this year. You want to know why their Cleveland fans are blissful? Because ignorance is bliss, and they don't know no better. They going to ride for the dog pound no matter what. They have hope in SHEDEUR. They like their head coach. Everybody does not. For some reason, everybody hates the general manager, Andrew Berry, who I think does a pretty good job. But I do think there's a blissful nature about the fan base coming in this year because they don't have high expectations, but they do have hope that SHEDEUR can put on a show. Speaking of, let's go to their top 3 offseason moves of
Number 3.
the summer. Number 3 is they draft SHEDEUR Sanders, 144th overall in the 5th round. That's great value for a quarterback that could potentially be your starter. That's absolutely great value. Question is, how soon will he start for you?
Number 2.
They signed Isaiah Bond, the Texas receiver, the guy who went undrafted because he had the sexual assault allegation that did get dismissed. So Isaiah Bond, this was a guy that had like a late first, mid-second round grade as a wide receiver coming out of Texas, who went undrafted, and they get him for the free, 3-year guaranteed contract. And I'm saying it's an absolute steal for the Browns.
Yes.
It is. It is. And again, they tend to take risks on guys who clearly have, at the very least, troubled pasts. Weird allegations around them.
It just feels like they're taking all these risks, and some of them are blowing up in their faces.
Yeah.
And they keep on taking these risks.
It's the Cleveland tax, though. That's what I can't fault the team in Cleveland, despite how lovely it was to me a couple of weeks ago. Downtown Cleveland, a nice place. It has a bad rap. Go there, check it out yourself. It ain't so bad. They have to pay the Cleveland tax. And Andrew Berry is working around the corners to pay the Cleveland tax and make things shake. Speaking of paying a tax,
Number 1.
number 1 offseason move is the clear one. They traded away Travis Hunter. In fact, when you look at that draft day trade that shook the nation, it actually turned out to be this. They trade Travis Hunter and Bashal Tootin, because that was the 4th round pick that they gave up. They get back Mason Graham, the 5th overall pick, the DT out of Michigan. Quinshon Judkins, another guy with a little bit of troubled history, but he was cleared. They still have not signed Quinshon Judkins, running back out of Ohio State, but he was cleared of his domestic violence charges that he will not be punished for. We'll see if the NFL still suspends him. They also got Dylan Sampson, running back out of Tennessee, SEC Offensive Player of the Year, a backup for Judkins. And most importantly, C-Cat, in the Travis Hunter trade, they got a 2026 first-round pick, so now they have their own and the Jaguars' first-round picks. They have the ammo to be able to get a quarterback in the draft next year if things don't work out.
So do you like when your favorite team's biggest offseason move is an offseason move for the following offseason?
Well, when you're a Browns fan, you better settle for that.
Let's just kick the can down the road every single year so that they inevitably never have to actually make a big decision.
What are you going to do about it? All right, it's the Browns. It is the Cleveland Browns. At some point, you got to start playing chess. They've been playing checkers for 30 years, and it's gone horribly for them. Now they're playing a little bit of chess.
Just trading away your first-round pick so that you never have to make a decision on your first-round pick. I kind of
just keep trading back. Just keep trading back,
That's a
baby.
great GM move. Like,
Yes.
look, what are you going to hold against me? What are you talking about? I have all these picks.
Look at it. It's the Sam Presti move. It's the Sam Presti move, and by golly, it's working out.
None of us will be alive to see whether or not these trades were good.
Yeah.
Because it'll be in 2085, and then we're going to dominate the first round.
And by that time, I've already set up my kids' trust fund. Thanks for them checks. Hard Rock Bet win total for the Browns this year, 4.5. They won 4 last year, so 4.5, right on par for what they brought back. A fun fact, they're paying Deshaun Watson $35 million to rehab that Achilles this year. Next year, his cap hit is $80 million. Interesting to see what happens with that. Let's go ahead and put them into a tier. Y'all know what time it is. Teddy's Tiers.
We're using the theater of the mind for the tier today.
Teddy Tiers. We'll use Theater of the Mind. If you're watching us on YouTube at ESPN West Palm, you won't see it. But I like to break teams up into tiers so we know how to kind of like figure them out, how to feel about them. It is a Motion Monday, and the Browns are in the bottom tier. That is motionless.
Ooh.
Absolutely motionless. I just did the dog bark because they're the dog pound, but they're not one of the scrappy dogs. They're motionless. They're not going to matter this year despite what anybody would tell you.
Yeah, I was going to break down each of these tiers and where they could go, but you don't have to go far from 0.
No, it's 0. It's the absolute bottom. They are in the cellar of the NFL.
Whatever tier you have and how you describe your tiers, just the last one.
Last one. And I say that not because I don't think they have a good, solid roster. They're in a tough division, and they don't really have a quarterback. Here's the storyline for the season, though. I'm going to predict them to go 4-13, so under on the win total. But they're going to be 3-13 entering Week 18. And the Browns are going to be on the road at AFC North rival, the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are going to be 1 win away from clinching a playoff berth. And guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to shake? Shedeur Sanders to Cedric Tillman, to Jerry Jeudy, possibly to Isaiah Bond, throwing the ball all over the field. Myles Garrett with a couple of big plays, big sacks on Joe Burrow. The Cleveland Browns story of their season will be a Week 18 beatdown of the Cincinnati Bengals, keeping them out of the playoffs, giving the Browns hope for the future, increasing Shedeur's stock if you want to trade him that offseason and keep a quarterback in the draft from next year. But most importantly, I love looking at those divisional games late in the season where one team has everything to gain and the other team don't give a damn, and watching them make them feel absolutely dismantled. We saw the Lions do it in Week 18 a few years ago, and it felt like that was the start of what we're seeing now with Detroit when they beat the Packers, Aaron Rodgers.
On the road at Lambeau.
On the road at Lambeau. This is the same exact story, the same exact setup, except this time it's going to be Shedeur Sanders versus Joe Burrow, and maybe then we can finally stop crowning Joe Burrow Mr. If, Mr. Coulda, Shoulda, Mr. I beat a guy 4 years ago, so now I'm the best. We can finally derail all of that talk. That Teddy two-a-days for the Cleveland Browns.
Shedeur Sanders' Instagram post that night, when this possibly does happen.
It's happening.
He's going to have the watch up, and he's probably going to recreate the cigar picture.
Oh, he has to.
And Week 18, meaningless game for the Browns, but meaningful for Shedeur's legacy.
Legacy game. I'm telling you right now, it is primely set up. They open the season and close the season against the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think, now that it's Flacco starting, I do think that the Bengals actually get away with a win in that one, despite their terrible starts to the season every year. Plus, they're tight, they're tense. Everybody knows about that storyline, so Zach Taylor's going to have them ready. That's why they're playing preseason games with their starters. Like, contenders don't typically do that, but the Bengals are not contenders. I do think they win Week 1. I think Week 18, when they need it most, they're going to come up short, and people are going to make more excuses for Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Now, so far in Teddy two-a-days, we have these teams in tiers, and we can take a look at these tiers so far.
Yeah.
No one is a big stepper, which is the creme de la creme, the top dogs. No one is in the possibly a top dog, possibly wants to be a big stepper in the nominees category, and we're filling up this bottom half. We've got fun guys with the Broncos and the Bengals in the same tier, one step down to the scrappy dogs that are the New York Jets.
Yeah.
And then we only have
We're
one
the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
built to not be as bad as the Browns.
Yeah.
Because the Browns are the only horrible team on Teddy's tiers.
Well, there's another team that's going to join them at some point. I might not even do a Teddy two-a-days on the Teddy's tiers for that team. We'll just probably plug them in because there's a team in the NFC South that I feel like they probably should just punt the season. Maybe they just don't even play any games this year. More theoretically speaking on a Motion Monday on the other side, if you feel like Shedeur should start for the Browns, you tell us right now. Who actually starts first this season, Shedeur Sanders or Jackson Dart? That's the question of the day. That's how you can tap into the Baptist Health Hotline and add to the show. We are a welcoming show. We come out to you with our arms open wide. We want to hug you on this Motion Monday. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776, unless you don't prefer hugs. you just want a little dap, a little fist pound, we'll do that too.
I hate getting touched when I don't ask for it.
Well, I think everybody hates getting touched when they don't ask for it. That's not like a.
Like you come in with a hug. Like, listen, man, we don't need to do that. That's unnecessary.
Who's just hugging you? Guys don't just give hugs like that. Oh, you know what? There's one guy in this office.
A quarter of our on-air talent does.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's one guy in this office that gives, he's a big hugger. 888-760-3776.
He's like clocking out on a Tuesday night, and I get like touched from behind, my shoulders caressed. It's like, all right, dude, I'll see you tomorrow. What the hell?
He's passionate, okay? He's passionate. Plus, he needs a hug. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. 888-760-3776. Who's going to start first, SHEDEUR Sanders or Jackson Dart this season? Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline and maybe give a hug to a Browns fan. They tend to need it.
If they want it.
They need it.
Ask their permission if you can give them a hug.
Well, they got a locker room full of guys that need to keep them hands to themselves, so you might be right about that. 888-760-3776. That's the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho.
But not Isaiah Bond.
Not him.
Been exonerated.
Cleared. He's cleared. Yeah, no, he had. Well, not. I think that's a stronger
very
word.
Strong. Yeah.
Isaiah Bond has been cleared of any wrongdoing. In fact, he countersued. Whenever you get a countersuit, that's when you know you're serious about your innocence.
You're so wrong about me that you're actually breaking the law.
Right. And I think that countersuit it might still be in progress. I don't know, but he is a Cleveland Brown. He is officially signed as a Cleveland Brown. No countersuits from their quarterback though. No countersuits from Deshaun. I think he just was. His lawyers were so overwhelmed with all of the 26 plus allegations and things going against him that they didn't have time to countersue.
How do you think they split those 26 suits up? There can't be one guy with a file cabinet.
Nah.
I think I'll get 10 through 12.
What if he had a public defender? He probably wouldn't be in the NFL if he had a public defender. But I'm like, think about how public defenders are always overwhelmed with cases. His personal attorneys, which I'm sure was a team of them, had to feel like public defenders feel on a day-to-day basis. It's not why you signed up to be a personal, like, high-dollar attorney is to have that many cases to handle at once.
It's like a law firm that have like 12 partners and their name is very long. It's Smith, Kyle,
yes,
Chad, Teddy,
yes,
Luther, and you just keep on going. And like, we are Deshaun Watson's law firm.
They're adding guys by the day. And you know what? With all the money he got from the Browns, he's affording them. He can afford it. I guess good on them for paying his lawyer fees. More Theoretically Speaking on Emotion Monday. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. This is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 106.3. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMITTED.
Mondays just got better for the men of Palm Beach County. Unlimited Auto Wash is offering $5 off any wash every Monday at all 6 convenient locations. Men's Monday at Unlimited Auto Wash. Don't miss it.
The pink smoke is taking over South Florida. Listen to Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, and Jordi Alba and Inter Miami in their pursuit of an MLS Cup all season long right here on ESPN 106.3.
Messi, left foot, in on Guzan, tipped it up and over, it's a goal! Lionel Messi is on the board!
Listen to it all on the ESPN South Florida app, brought to you by PNC Bank, Audi, and Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath.
Experience the power and prestige of the new 2025 Range Rover Sport P530 Dynamic SE. Now available for lease at just $15.29 a month for 36 months. With $89.95 due at signing, you'll be behind the wheel of true luxury and performance. But hurry, offers like this don't last forever. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and drive the future of sophistication. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Motion Monday. We've got motion here on Theoretically Speaking. We just did our first half of our Teddy Two-A-Days. Cleveland Browns, the Browns. I got an exciting cap to your season I'm predicting here, though I made you, put you on the motion list here. You know you're motionless, though. Browns fans know they're motionless these days. You know what's got a lot of motion, C-Cat?
Plenty of things that you talk about.
Wow. Thank you. And also the Safebound Get Around.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
I appreciate you for thinking highly of the topics that we choose here on Theoretically Speaking. We have great newsworthy judgment. That's why we didn't play that soundbite. Anybody playing that soundbite from Dylan Gabriel from the preseason game? Poor newsworthy judgment. That's poor. That's not good. We know the context behind that soundbite, and we know that he was not intending to be dissing anybody on the Browns. So we're not playing that today, right? That's not.
No, that is not a part of our Safebound Get Around. And we only talk about the very important things going on in sports, in culture, and in life.
Next stop.
Our first stop of the Safebound Get Around brings us to New York, New York. Actually, we're going to go to Broomfield, Colorado instead. Is that all right with you?
No. I mean, maybe.
Right,
I don't know what the hell's over there.
The Get Around has opened its doors.
Yeah.
It's kicked us out.
Gotta get out.
And we are at the headquarters of Crocs.
What?
Because NFL and Crocs, yes, you know, those rubber shoes, could use them as sandals, slides, whatnot. The NFL and Crocs have announced a multi-year licensing agreement today, launching the first ever NFL Crocs collection. It is, quote, aimed at bringing a fresh design perspective to football fandom. What are your opinions on Crocs, Theo?
I used to be staunchly against Crocs. I was anti-Croc, man. I've never owned a pair of Crocs. I have tried on my little brother's Crocs at one point. I realized that they are kind of comfortable. If you're a grown man, I would prefer you wear socks with your Crocs. If you're a grown man, I also would prefer that you don't bedazzle your Crocs. And that's all I ask. Those are my only two asks.
You don't need the pieces of flair to your Crocs.
Yeah. Like if you're rocking Crocs, again, and
got a sunflower on the big toe.
Yeah, like if you're above 20 years old, because I get it. Like if you're 18, 19, I'll let it slide because you're figuring yourself out. You're finding yourself. You're in college. A girl might have told you it was cute. She might have got it for your birthday. Anything 20 and under, I will not judge you or disregard you or criticize you for bedazzling your Crocs.
You'll grow out of it.
Yeah, you will. You're still a kid, honestly. 21 and up, if you're able to walk into a bar and order a Jack and Coke, you know what I'm saying? Then you cannot be doing so with like a little kissy lips and like a good job sticker on your Crocs. It's weird. What are those things called? They have a name. They're not bedazzles.
The plugs?
The plugs, yeah.
You essentially like put.
What are the Croc things?
My mom put me onto Crocs. She uses her Crocs as the shoes that she does to walk the dog. So when I go home for the holidays or for whatnot, I'll wear her Crocs to take the dog out sometimes. And I kind of get jealous and think, man, I need to get me a pair of these.
Yeah.
But I would never press order on the website. I wouldn't buy myself my own Crocs. And my girlfriend happens to dislike Crocs as well.
That's nice.
So
That's
she
good.
would never buy Crocs for me. Listen, Crocs are good.
They're solid.
The bedazzling and the customization.
I got the name. It's called a gibbets. They're gibbets. I see exactly. Imagine being a grown-ass man and trying to order some gibbets at a register. Like, I would like the things. What things? I would like a couple of the gibbets.
It's like, sees here in your credit card statement, you've overdrafted by $35. Did you need to buy the Croc gibbets?
Oh, my gosh, dog.
I'm in generational debt.
There's a
because
man.
I bought too many Croc gibbets.
There's a man listening right now. One of our good people here, Theoretically Speaking, who is literally like looking down at the gibbets in his Croc right now like, damn, was it worth it? I thought I was flashing. I thought I was styling and profiling this. No, it's time for a change. This is your wake-up call.
He just yanked the gibbet out of his big toe, and he put him in a plastic ShopRite bag, a Walmart bag, and put him in an unmarked garbage can in the corner.
Yes.
Make sure no one saw like it was a weapon.
Also, if you're wearing Crocs, Crocs with sweats. Crocs, sweats, and socks. Would you wear Crocs no socks? I guess you can go Crocs no socks. I just don't want to see it.
Crocs has flip-flops. We're talking about the classic ones that have the handle that goes on your back Achilles, or you can put it on the front if you want to slide them on and off.
So ridiculous.
I'm pro Crocs, but anti gibbets.
Yes. Okay. We align on that. Shout out to the NFL.
Stop.
For being involved with the Crocs now, I guess.
I'm going to start using the word gibbet where it does not apply. We are now at Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
A big baseball tournament going on.
Nice. Little leagues. Huh?
The Little League World Series at Howard J. Lamad Stadium, where I played little ball there back in the day at summer camp. They were asked by TSN, the sports network, about their favorite major leaguers who they want to get autographs for. Of course, the Little League Classics going on. And here are a couple of answers that were given live on the air.
Autographs or pictures you want to get of any players in specific?
I want to get Juan Soto.
Okay, all right. Juan Soto's a popular one. Misha, what about you? Juan Soto on your list as well?
It's kind of overrated.
Kind of overrated?
He's all right.
He's all right.
Cal Raleigh.
Okay, all right. You take an autograph from anybody there, right?
He's pretty good.
Exactly. The news guy was trying to talk him off of talking crap about Juan Soto, and the kid just did not want to.
I love that.
I loved it so much because that is the most 12-year-old thing of all time. It's having sports opinions and sharing them with anyone who will listen.
Yes.
Someone from a sports television network put a microphone in your face and asked you about a Major League Baseball player. I'm going to tell you what I think. Juan Soto's a little overrated.
A little overrated. That's
I'm not going to change things up when he comes into front of me and like, oh yeah, Juan Soto, I love Juan Soto. No. Juan Soto's a little overrated.
Do you think I can strike him out still?
If he's batting lefty.
He's a lefty though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Juan
that
Soto
kid thinks he can
batting.
strike out Juan Soto.
Nah, he's a little overrated.
He's a little overrated.
I would love to see Major League Baseball players playing from the Little League field dimensions.
Sheesh.
Sure, we might lose people in the process.
Right. Right. Like, it's a little too close to the action.
There was a dude from, I think, China or Chinese Taipei. I don't know if they're the same thing. He threw 82 miles per hour from a Little League bump.
Wow.
82.
Wow. Are we getting this guy into the how soon until we can get this guy in a Marlins uniform?
I think if you throw 82 miles an hour in a little league mound, you should be taken off the field like they do in Mighty Mites or Little League football. If you're too big, you can't play.
You're right.
That's a safety precaution. You should not be allowed to throw 82 miles per hour in Little League baseball.
Do you remember the kids at practice in Little League that used to have to run the laps with the garbage bags on top of them so that they can make weight?
Yeah, Montana Stevenson,
Montana Stevenson, what was this, from a movie?
No, this was in my high school.
Oh, you just dropped the name of one of the guys that had to do it used to be my first couple times seeing it, I had no clue. I'm like, why is he over there on the hills and what's that big why is he wearing a big black bag? And somebody had to explain it to me like, son, he's a little hefty. We need him to drop 3 or 4 pounds so we can get him out there on that line. I said, damn it.
The only D1 football player in the history of my high school did not play any football until his freshman year of high school because he was too big.
That's always crazy when you hear
And he
those
wasn't
stories.
unhealthily big. He was just a big guy and started playing football when he was a freshman in high school. And he wanted to. He was a goalie in soccer. That's the only thing he could play.
I believe also another person with that story, Hall of Famer out of Boynton Beach. I'm dropping his name, not Vince Wilfork. Was it Vince Wilfork? The big man for the... Yeah, it was Vince Wilfork.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. Why am I tripping?
I don't know.
I said his name and I said it wasn't him. It's because he's slim now all of a sudden, but he couldn't play football until his freshman year of high school because of the weight rules.
Now, is that a fair thing? Should kids be allowed to throw 82 miles per hour?
No. I mean, but then again, it's like, well, what are you supposed to do? Take a little bit off?
Yeah.
Can he control it that much, though? You don't want to throw it too soft.
Yeah, he can control it.
What's the limit? Is it so? What happens when he throws 82? Then
you got to stay in the 70s.
What happens if he accidentally throws at 81? Does he get pulled?
It's a warning. He gets pulled aside. Listen here, young man. It's the Little League World Series. Who are you trying to press here?
Who do you think you are, huh?
It's not going to matter when you're 13 years old and you have the big field.
Maybe you just make him play up.
Okay.
That's just such a hard thing to regulate. I can see regulating weight out of a football game, regulating how fast somebody throws it. You never want somebody in a competitive environment to be with something that's that not subjective, but that hard to dictate and measure out.
I think, you know how dogs have bark collars?
Yeah.
I think that we have the technology sufficient enough to put these wristbands on the baseball players at a Little League World Series.
A little weight, a little added weight.
And it measures how fast the ball's going out of their hand. And if it goes 80 or more, it gives them a little psst.
Oh, just a little shock.
I think that
therapy.
Exactly. Science will tell them that throwing the ball that fast is unhealthy, and they should not allow to do that.
All right, we'll try it out. We'll start in Williamsport next year.
That's a $1 billion idea, by the way. All right. Our final destination of the Safe Bound Get Around.
I don't think any Little League baseball idea can be $1 billion, but okay.
We are going to Las Vegas, Nevada, because there was a minor league baseball game going on. Tacoma versus Vegas. You had to be there because Victor Robles was in a rehab assignment. Having a pretty good year this year for the Seattle Mariners. Batting almost 300, but got injured. Bump in the road. He's working his way back up to Major League Ball and trying to get healthy. Well, when Victor Robles stepped in the box against Vegas, take a listen to what happened because I doubt you're going to guess what happened.
First pitch from Estes. Swung on and fouled off on a pitch that hit him. He picks up the bat and throws it at Estes. He's been tossed. He is yelling at Joey Estes, and now he runs towards the mound. Both dugouts empty. I don't know the last time, or if ever, I've seen a batter throw the bat at the pitcher.
And something just got tossed onto the field from the Tacoma dugout.
That's Robles throwing stuff. He threw an entire bucket of sunflower seeds down the third base line. My goodness.
Oh, whoa. He's got the sunflower seeds. Run and cover.
So Victor Robles in a rehab assignment, minor league baseball. This guy is a good baseball player. Gets hit, swung at the pitch he got a hit at, and then he throws the bat like a tomahawk at the pitcher. If Robles was completely and 100% positive that he was thrown at, is he in the wrong for throwing the bat at the pitcher?
He's in the wrong for throwing the bat at the pitcher, but he should have rushed the mound. Don't throw a weapon at him.
He delayed, waited for someone to try to hold him back, and then he got closer to the mound.
That's weak to me. Don't throw the bat at him. You go over there and you handle it like a man with your own two hands. What he's saying Friday, you live to see another day. You can't be throwing bats at people, chunking major league bats at dudes' heads. If you hit them in the skull, it's over with.
Throwing a bat from the plate to the mound is safer than throwing a baseball to the plate as a pitcher.
But one is part of the game, and the other one is an act of violence.
Throwing at someone's head isn't a part of the game.
Yeah, it could be an errant throw. He's playing in the minors. It's like this guy's not. He's not that good, clearly, the pitcher.
Do you like the move from baseball players or managers who get ejected throwing stuff onto the field when they're walking to the clubhouse? Saw David Ortiz, if I recall correctly, taking a bat to the phone in the Red Sox dugout one day. Saw Paul O'Neill eviscerate a water cooler in the dugout.
I remember that. I love chaos. I'm not an agent of chaos, but I do appreciate chaos from time to time, especially in environments in which I don't care about the outcome. I don't care about the outcome of a AAA minor league game. So I like a little bit of chaos. As long as nobody gets hurt, as long as there's no long-term damage or suffering from it, chaos can be good. Chaos is fun. I thrive in chaos.
Unless you're Johnny Cueto and you're spiking somebody in the back. That happened.
Jeez.
He was pinned up against like the netting behind home plate during a brawl that ensued because all the masses went against home plate, and he just put his both feet up and put him into the back of a guy.
Golly.
And someone got kicked in the head. He ruined his career.
Right. I'm like, you can't do all that. See, that's what I'm saying. Irreversible damages. I can't rock with.
I feel like throwing a bat, you can't get that much velocity on it, and it can't do too much damage.
And you
from
see
home
it coming.
plate.
You also see it coming for
like
too
Roger
long.
Clemens threw the bat at Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
And he said, like, if I wanted to hit him, I would have hit him.
Just hit him with your hands. That's my only thing is like, go get in there. What's my boy name that got knocked out? Tim Anderson?
Yes. By Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez. Go get in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. Let me see this thing play out.
Getting knocked out cold, like in a sporting event's got to be tough, though. Like risking that by squaring up and saying, I might hit you, but you might hit me, and I might go down.
That's why I respect it, though.
Well, like, Theo, you don't know how good your chin is. When's the last time that you got punched in the face?
It's been quite some time. It's been at least 2018. How long is 2018 ago? 7 years.
Like, maybe you lost it. And maybe the guy doesn't even punch you that hard, but he clips your chin, and you just have that footage out for eternity of you falling limp to the ground.
It's a risk. It's a risk you're running if you that's why I can appreciate when a man, especially if you feel like it's gotten to that level, when a man does take that risk, especially in a sporting event with all those cameras on you. You are taking an enormous risk on your reputation, on your own health. Now, violence is never the answer. Violence is never an option. You should always try to resort to mediating things without violence. But I sure do love watching it when it does become the answer, when it's inevitable. It's a fun thing to watch.
Yeah, an NFL preseason like concession stand fight. Did you see what happened in Duval County?
I saw that. That was the Saints fan and a Jags fan.
I don't know if it was a Saints fan. I saw a guy in a black polo and a Travis Hunter jersey.
When the guy whose belly popped out and then his pants fell down as well. Yeah, violence was the answer.
Yeah,
and it was amusing.
In this fight, it begins with one fan's drinking slapped out of his hand and spraying across the concourse.
Yes.
So they square up, they throw punches, whatever. Someone goes for a takedown, doesn't work because the guy's 400 pounds. They eventually scrap. The guy in the Travis Hunter jersey wins. And they want to continue the fight, but they slip on the drink that was thrown in the floor at the beginning. And then the guy's pants fall down.
Full circle.
Pants falling down, just like no one pulled him down.
That's it.
He just didn't have the right size belt on. I feel like that should automatically end a fight.
Yeah.
You lost the fight if your pants fall down. I don't care if the other person is unconscious in front of you.
But now your pride is so hurt that you feel like you have to continue the fight is the issue. Because it's not like getting
Who's
hit.
laughing?
Yeah, and your pants, his pants came down and his belly came out. He was a big dude. He was a hefty guy.
Mm-hmm.
So your pride at that point is going to put you in a situation of no return. So I felt bad for that guy. But one thing that might put him into a better mood is if he's maybe in the Palm Beach County Treasure Coast area around February, and he wants to check out high-level golf with the best of the rest. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches is back, baby. February 26th through March 1st of 2026, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches is back, and a flash sale has begun on Bear Trap tickets. I will tell you how to get your hands on them. Because right now, as a thank you to the fans of Palm Beach County, you can grab tickets at the best available price for a limited time. That's right now. A flash sale for the Cognizant Classic 2026 tickets happening right now. Imagine this. perfect South Florida weather in February. PGA Tour is in town. The best of the best competing right in your backyard at PGA National Resort. And you got the best bites and beverages from your favorite local hot spots. And then you get to enjoy that experience from the Bear Trap. Tickets to the Bear Trap sold out for the 2025 tournament. They sold out. So make sure you're on the inside this time around. It's one of the most sought-after tickets in the entire tournament. Iconic views of the 17th hole. You got the 16th green as well. Covered stadium seating, protecting you from that sun. Beer and wine included in the tickets. It's a premier PGA Tour event. It's in our backyard, and you can have premium seats. Don't wait. The low ticket prices are only available through August 25th. CCAT, that's 7 days away.
Counting down the days.
It is getting close to the closeoff. So make sure you go online right now today. CognizantClassic.com/ESPN. It's that simple. CognizantClassic.com/ESPN. That's where you can find the flash sale, low ticket prices. Secure your Bear Trap seats now, and maybe you can invite a couple of buddies later. Buy some for you and like 5 other people. And then you can help get some folks in. You tell them, hey, you repay me this amount, I'll take care of some beer and wine included. You got a little food, little bites, eats. The Bear Trap is the place to be. That's where you and your buddies can be in February for the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Again, CognizantClassic.com/ESPN. Get your tickets today. Happy hours next. Tina pulls up with a story to tell. CCAT here with me as well. It is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur. And most certainly, never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
It's Tina. You know how important it is to keep your car running. And when it comes to my car, I only trust St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've been taking care of South Florida for over 50 years, and they're still family owned. Need new tires? They've got all the big brands. Battery issues? They've got it. Cars, trucks, boats, and even commercial fleets. And if you ever get stuck, they're 24/7. Emergency service is a total lifesaver. Go see my friends at St. Lucie Battery and Tire, slbt.com. They'll keep you going.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Mondays just got better for the men of Palm Beach County. Unlimited Auto Wash is offering $5 off any wash every Monday at all 6 convenient locations. Men's Monday at Unlimited Auto Wash. Don't miss it.
Not all moves reflect your lifestyle. At Safebound Luxury, we provide white glove services tailored for high-end homes, fine art, and designer furnishings. Our expert team ensures every piece is packed, transported, and placed with precision and care. If you're relocating a residence that deserves more than a basic move, schedule your private consultation today at safeboundluxury.com to experience the difference. This isn't just a move. This is the art of moving.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is a Motion Monday here on Theoretically Speaking. We have plenty of quarterback news items in the Motion Monday. Matthew Stafford back at practice for the Los Angeles Rams despite his back injury. We have a naming of a starting quarterback at Ohio State and subsequently the naming of the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. We still have a lot of question marks when it comes to what's going to happen elsewhere through the NFL and the college football season, but the college football season officially kicks off week 0 this weekend. The NFL, we still have a couple of weeks until we can get things going, but the news is still flowing. Week 3 of the preseason coming up as well. Nothing but good times here on ESPN 106.3. Again, it's your boy Theo Dorsey. C-Cats on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, and the one and only Tina Costanza's in the house for the happy hour. What's happening?
What's up?
What's shaking?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. How was the weekend? It was good.
I didn't do anything crazy. I had a few, I went to a baby shower. I did my usual workouts, beach walk. I did some retail therapy.
What's retail therapy?
I went and bought clothes and shoes and made myself feel better.
Why'd you dress it up that way?
Retail therapy?
Yeah.
That's what people say.
I know what I'm saying, but why? What's that about? Why don't you just say you went shopping?
Well, I don't know, because I could just go shopping whenever, but this shopping was I want to make myself feel good. I owe it to myself.
I don't have that. I wonder if you're like this, CK, because you also are frugal. Shopping, even when I find things and buy things I really like, watching the money leave my account, it does the opposite effect for me. I don't like spending money, so retail is not therapy for me when I'm shopping. It's more so like
a stressor.
It stresses me out. Unless I get something for a really good deal, but even still, I don't like seeing money go out.
No, I get that endorphins to the brain when I buy stuff. I do kind of like.
So you love it.
Yeah, I don't like the checkout part. That's the part that stresses me out when seeing the total. But I like shopping sometimes. I like going to the outlet mall and getting a really cheap deal on a pair of sneakers that are on the clearance wall in the back.
It has to be a good deal, though. It has to be a clearance type deal. It has to be like a 3 for $100 or something. That's the only way I'll feel good about it.
Also, I love department store employees who do not care about their job because my return went flawless over the weekend.
Yes.
Absolutely flawless. Pair of sneakers that were $80 returned. There was some black stuff on the bottom of the shoe. They didn't care. How about the pants? The pants had no tags on them. I had the tags like a part of them and said, scan this. This is the pants.
Wow.
They didn't care at all. She had to have been like maybe 17 years old, her high school employee. What's she going to do? Call the cops? Nope. I started to offer explanation as to why I took the tags off.
Yeah.
See, I put them on, and then I noticed the mark here. See, it explains that I wore the pants and the tags were off. And then she did not care. I could have been speaking Japanese, and it would not have mattered.
Like, dude, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Tina, did you get did you get anything that you plan on returning? Have you tried it on? How you feeling about your retail therapy?
So I don't do retail therapy often. I feel the same way you do, Theo, where I'm stressing about then my bank account of spending like money.
Yeah.
But so I do it every once in a while. And whenever I do go shopping, and this is why I probably don't do it often, is I have to try on everything.
Is it because you're short?
It's yes, short. Like some sizes just don't fit. Like maybe I need to size down or size up, and it just doesn't look good. And like when I see it on the hanger, I'm like, oh, this will look cute. And then I put it on. I'm like, this is hideous. So I probably had a cart. Well, I had probably 20 something things, and I left with maybe 4 things.
Wow.
I did find a pair of shoes that were on sale for like $12. I'm like, this is a steal. So I had plenty of deals. But it felt good. Yeah. I never do that. And I went for one thing and then I left with many more things.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
That's a good vibe.
I treated myself.
Do you a spa day? A spa day would work as well.
Yes.
You know?
But the thing is what I do is I'm like, okay, well, if I have clothes, I can wear them more often. So then it like validates me spending money. Where like a spa day, it's just in that moment and maybe my skin and my body feel good for like a few days. And then I think that I spent too much money.
Or you can go to a chiropractor and get cracked.
You can do that as well.
We're gonna get to that story. Some developing.
Wait, Tina got cracked?
No. Well, her mom got cracked.
Wait, why do you know that your mom got cracked?
She texted me that she did. I don't understand that part. That's like the crazy part of the text.
It's not. It's just a part of it.
Yeah.
It's just my mom sent me a text and said what she said. I would have probably lost it. It was. Oh, we're getting to that. Before we get to that, can we maybe get like a little cocktail of the day?
Yes.
It is the happy hour.
And it kind of goes with the cracked. I went with a cocktail called the Painkiller.
Nice.
Ooh.
And
I know this.
I've seen different
one.
renditions of this.
Yeah.
People name drinks the Painkiller that might not be the official cocktail the Painkiller. So I'm interested to see what your version is.
Lay down the law. This might be the official one.
This is a spinoff of a pina colada. It says you've got rum, you've got pineapple juice, freshly squeezed orange juice, cream of coconut, freshly grated nutmeg, and then a pineapple wedge.
Yeah, I'm out. I just don't like coconut. I don't like the taste of coconut.
I'm not a big coconut fan either.
Yeah.
I've been like slowly getting into it because I feel a little too much. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want that shaved coconut on top. And I'm like, it's really not that big of a deal, probably. And I'm just being annoying.
I don't like the chew. Like when you shave coconut,
Yes,
the
I don't like
texture
that.
of it,
I don't
not
like
good.
it.
It's not good. And then the flavor of coconut is also not enhancing to me. It's not a very, and it doesn't help anything that I'm eating or drinking. I don't like pina coladas.
Even if you toast the coconut, like a macaroon, or no?
I've never toasted a coconut.
That's the best way to have coconut is when they toast it.
I generally stray from coconut. I don't like Babe Ruth's.
What's that?
No, you're thinking of Almond Joy.
Almond Joys either.
It's Almond Joy. Yeah, I don't like Almond
Babe
Joy.
Ruth's don't have it either?
No, Mounds
You're right.
or Almond Joy.
Yeah, Mounds. I don't like Mounds bars or Almond Joys either.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try Babe Ruth. You might like that because it doesn't have coconut.
I don't like peanuts in my chocolate bars. Because Babe Ruth is like peanuts. It's like a Snickers, right? It's like a knockoff of a Snickers.
I think so.
Yeah. They just throw a baseball player's name on it. Does he get like residuals? Does he get
Has to get some money from that. The Ruth estate. I've seen 2 different kinds of painkillers. The one you mentioned, there's this bar, like the Bend Liquor Lounge, like in Miami. I went once, and it came in this customizable cup, or no, special cup. It was kind of like a souvenir cup, but it didn't imply that it was a souvenir cup. So I asked the bartender, hey, can I keep this? And he goes, I don't care.
Wow.
So I took it home with me. I still have it in my cabinet right now. The other type of painkiller that I've seen is just a Long Island iced tea with blue carousel.
Yeah.
I've seen that called a painkiller too.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is just like put you out of your misery. That's it's like almost like a moniker for it versus it being a real true painkiller.
Bill Pickles in State College. That's
what they call him?
Well, Bill Pickles is the bar in State College
okay.
that would serve painkillers, and that was that kind of painkiller.
State College. State College, Pennsylvania. Home of the Nittany Lions. We are
Penn State.
Yeah. Thank you.
Overrated.
What do you mean?
We are over. Penn State is
overrated.
Is getting rated so high. They only have the only where to go is down.
Saw what I sent you?
Number 1.
Yeah.
Josh Pate, please just meet the expectation.
You got a stamp from Pate State. Penn State, Pate State. It's right there. We'll see how those Nittany Lions perform this year. It's going to be a fun college football season. The cocktail of the day, the painkiller, brought to you by Duffy Sports Grill because, well, 2-for-1 drinks. You can get 2 painkillers for the price of 1. Just make sure you check and see what kind of painkiller they're kicking at Duffy Sports Grill. Speaking of kicking, it's fantasy football draft season. That is officially kicked off. I literally just got a text as we were right here, CCAT. Just got a text about a fantasy football draft that I'm in that's going to be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Now, all of these guys are out of town, out of state, so I can't do a draft party at Duffy Sports Grill, but maybe you can. Maybe you and your crew can book a private room at a Duffy Sports Grill because they have private party space available for you and your friends to hold your draft. Duffy's has the award-winning burgers. They have the award-winning wings. They've got the 2-for-1 drinks. They also have 80 or more televisions in every location. So if you plan your draft around a preseason weekend, a preseason Saturday or Sunday as well, you could be watching guys as stock go up as you are on the clock, and then you pull the trigger. Tina, you've been at some of these draft parties for fantasy football at Duffy's when you used to work there.
Plenty of them.
Yes.
So many of them.
A lot of fun.
Yes.
It's the perfect place to go. Book your draft party right now at duffysmvp.com. That's duffysmvp.com. You can be drafting with the best of them, amongst the best of them, and heck, maybe you'll run into the future Tina. The future Tina Costanza there, somebody who is at Duffy's just waiting on her time to be kicking it on Theoretically Speaking 5 to 7 years from now. Duffy Sports Grill, they're good people over there. Eat, drink, draft. And again, duffysmvp.com to book your draft party.
I was in the lab last night, dude. Fantasy football. I randomly get these urges to take the league by storm and really get groundwork done.
You should because you're the commissioner. So
right, but I don't know. I was a little
job.
apathetic throughout the summer about planning things. So then all of a sudden I got a rush of adrenaline to try to plan things out, sending texts, organizing things, making sure people did their league loser punishment.
Yes.
Still hasn't been done, by the way.
He still has not down the dogs?
Does he have a week?
He's got until the draft. So he has about, a week.
What are we going to do to him again? What's the punishment if he doesn't do it?
57 hot dogs? Or 80?
58 hot dogs in 1 week's time. If he doesn't do it, he's kicked out of the league.
But who's going to replace him this year if he gets kicked out?
Since he tanked last year.
He has a good team.
He had a bad team last year that had him last place, which had him to the punishment. But the reason he tanked was to get good draft picks for this year.
Yes.
So he has a very advantageous position in this league. People will be salivating to get their hands on his team and then go from there.
I know a certain fan who DM'd me about potentially joining a fantasy football league. Not sure if we're opening that door for said fan yet.
I know. We got to go internally.
We got to figure it out.
There's a civil war in our fantasy league, Tina. I did the number one crime in life, which is mixing friend groups.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just can't do that. Going
Sometimes
to college and high school and a little bit of life with Theo now.
I'm in there. I'm just like in there. I know nobody but CCAT.
That's my life. Like
Yes.
I had friends in so many different friend groups. I didn't have like a small circle of like a core. Like all my friends were from different friend groups, or like my neighbor who like I look at as an older sister. Like there's so many different people.
Pause. A second.
Why?
Older sister. Would she like it if you classified? I know how women get about their.
She's 7 years older than me.
I know, but like you don't have to keep calling her older
But
sister.
she looks at me like her younger sister. But I'm saying like I had different friend groups and stuff.
Didn't it feel like a little aggressive how she called her like an older sister?
I'm
like,
an only child, so I feel like I can say that.
just say a sister.
That's true. I could
Yeah,
say
you could
that.
at this point.
No,
you
but
don't
she
have to-
was giving you advice and not the other way around. So she was the older sister.
Yeah, like so I was mixing like different friend groups and friends and everything. So
Big mistake with
normal
fantasy
to me.
football for me, man. These
Yeah, I
people
get it, I
are
get it.
just aggressive and angry at one another.
Yeah.
Because they will bust chops, and you can bust chops when it comes to your friend group, but when someone else's friend group busts chops to you, hey, you've never met me, dude. Watch your mouth, pal.
Are you overly protective of certain friends in this? Because I'm gonna start busting everybody's chops, and I love talking crap.
They get. I don't know.
Are they
offended.
sensitive?
They're getting sensitive. I never knew them as this,
Wow.
but there has
I
been
love
a lot of conflicts in last year's league. We had to remove someone.
Yeah.
It's been really ugly. So I think I'm going to keep it internal for now. I won't open up the door for our fans yet.
Okay. I want to get under somebody's skin this year. That's my one goal. I don't even want to win the league this year. I want to anger somebody in the league. And I want you to have to like get in there and mediate it. You know, I want it to be like really awkward for everybody involved.
I
want chaos.
Kiss and make up. Like shake hands. Come on, guys.
Like we have to call. He's gonna have to get on like a FaceTime call, a group FaceTime, and we both have to be on there. I'm gonna act really upset and
Talk
like
it
this.
out.
We'll
Exactly.
do one of those.
I'll levy some suspensions.
Yeah, I love chaos. Absolutely love chaos. Tina, you the text that you got, the text message you received from your mother.
Yeah, many layers to this story because there are different ways that we can go with this.
I don't know where to start.
Because Tina's mom is being a matchmaker for her.
She was kind of. Maybe not trying to, but I'm seeing what she would do.
She would.
She got a trial run as your matchmaker.
So first off, how has your mother in the past ever played matchmaker for you successfully before?
Never.
Has she ever even tried? Has she ever thrown a lob and you at least connected with somebody because of your mom?
No, never.
So this is not something y'all have tried before.
Maybe not directly, but like, who's he? He's cute. One of those passing comments to someone that you went to high school or whatever with.
I feel like some moms, like growing up in high school, should be like, oh, you know, so-and-so is really cute. Like,
Yeah.
But that's just like your friend group when you have a ton of friends and you all hang out together. Like she maybe made little comments like that.
Hoping you would pick it up and pursue this guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Trying to throw you the lob.
Yeah, but no, never. She's never played matchmaker. She's never tried this before.
It's also part of this story. We're going to get to it. Is also when moms out in the wild meet young men and tell them about their daughter. That's also another layer of this story that tends to like be an awkward spot for the guy, because I had been in that spot before back in my single days, and I remember this mom like being like, "Oh, my daughter," and then like she shows me a picture of her daughter, and it's like, how are you supposed to react?
Right?
Oh,
That is the worst spot possible to be in.
Yeah.
That's a woman.
I'm like,
what?
You damn right, you did your thing with her.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
But also, I think if you're a mother, you kind of know what you're working with here. And if your daughter isn't exactly a Victoria's Secret model, I don't think you lead picture first.
You're
I
leading
think
with
like
personality?
she's a veterinarian, like she's a very kind soul. You should really meet her, and you don't bring up the picture yet.
But they always bring up the pictures because mom loves showing out their kids.
Not if they're ugly.
To your point, Theo, this is why I wanted to see when my mom started this text with me,
Yes.
I wanted to see what picture she would show of me
Yes.
if she was actually going to play matchmaker.
So let's set the scene then. Let's set the scene. And how does this text chain between you and your mom start this weekend? Let's just start from the jump.
So I knew that my parents had been traveling about like basically coming back to Palm Beach County to go to a chiropractor that they always went to when they lived here. And now they live on the west coast of Florida, about 2 hours away. And they finally found a chiropractor over there that they found and they liked. So I knew this weekend that they were going to the chiropractor because my mom told me. My mom and I talk every day, every morning, throughout the day.
Nice.
So yesterday,
Every morning?
Every
That's a
morning.
lot. That's
My
a lot.
mom and I, every morning, like we text at the same time too, because I'm usually texting her as I'm driving home from F45 and she's on her way to work. So we're both early birds.
So you pull over, and then you send text, and then once you respond, you pull over again, you text her.
I text her when I am in the parking lot still of F45 before I start driving.
Oh, okay, cool.
So my mom, we do our good morning text
Indeed.
yesterday. We go throughout the day and don't really talk at all. And she randomly texts me and she goes, "Some young, cute chiropractor cracked me today.
Okay,
LOL.
pump the brakes there.
TMI, jeez.
I would be like, Mom, what about that?
I don't understand this, now it's so funny, but
You said what? You don't understand how this is so funny.
no.
If I said I got cracked at work today, I'd be in trouble to
Yeah.
my
That's
girlfriend. That's what would
different.
happen.
She's at a chiropractor cracked her. That makes sense.
I don't want to sound like an echo for a second. Like, chiropractor crack. That was cool wordplay.
I absolutely love that. And I love that for your mom. She got cracked by a young, cute chiropractor.
Young, cute chiropractor. And so...
He doesn't crack just anybody.
Yeah, I was about to say, just mostly your mom.
So I responded, and I was like, should have slid him my number. And then she said his name, which I will not say.
Yes, keep
Dr.
that
something.
private.
And I was like, play matchmaker. She then sends me a screenshot of definitely the website of where he works.
Nice.
And a headshot of him.
Handsome young man. Did you approve of the...
Well, she goes, he's cuter in person. That was what she said. And I go, haha, I trust you.
Rough.
And that's when I said, what picture would you show of me? Because I want to see what she would show.
This is the this you picture. Like, this is like the picture that leads.
Yes. Like if you're, again, like you said, you're talking about your daughter, all this stuff, hyping her up.
Yeah.
What picture then are you going to show of me? So she goes, oh, I don't know. And then she says, like, would you really want a long distance relationship? I was like, Mom, let's get to the point.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Show
like,
me a
I was like, just show me what picture you'd show. And she's like, okay, let me look. She then sends me a picture that I sent her a few months ago when we went out to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium and we did the whole team day out there. You guys were a part of the game at the ballpark. And I sent her 2 pictures that day. One was of me, my usual, me with my picture of my hot dog, because I got a hot dog there. And then one of our teammates and my close friends, Courtney, took a picture of me eating the hot dog. And my mom decided to send me the picture of me eating the hot dog.
All right.
And she goes, this would be perfect.
Time out. Just saying eating a hot dog is not a fair representation of the picture.
The picture isn't.
It's not. It's worse. It's bad.
Because
it's
she didn't
bad.
have like a cheek full with bun and dog and mustard and ketchup. It wasn't like that. She didn't look like a chipmunk. She had hot dog positioned at a 45-degree angle. Left hand higher than her right hand. And a downward trajectory down the gullet.
God.
Mouth agape. Eyes with fury.
She initially said when I sent her this picture months ago, she's like, this picture scares me.
You look like that hot dog was like the first and last hot dog you ever were going to experience.
Yes.
You ever heard the phrase square peg, round hole?
Yeah.
This was round peg, round hole. Round peg being the hot dog at Roger Dean, and the round hole being Tina's mouth. And then what did the caption, did your mom say under the picture that you sent of you downing a dog?
She goes, this would be perfect.
Why? Did it show where your priorities
Your
lie?
mom is a madman for this.
I text in all caps, LMFAO, you are funny. And I was like, they'd really be interested with that picture.
Yeah, that would do it if he was sitting there at his office, at his practice, he's chilling. She's like, my daughter would be perfect for you. And then she shows him that picture. She would.
Good, yes.
Absolutely, she would be. Get her on the phone. Get her on the bus.
A picture's worth 1,000 words when it comes to a first impression. And if you want to know who Tina Costanza is, here's the one picture that shows where her priorities lie.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny.
She would have to give a lot of context afterwards. Like, no,
Their
she
thing
loves
is
hot
dogs.
dogs.
Yeah.
This is her. She has a photo album.
Yeah.
He would be like, I would love to see the rest of that album.
And he'll be like, does he chew them?
Yeah.
No. Like Joey Chestnut, just whoop, right now. Wow.
And then just to like end the story, she goes, I couldn't find the one I was looking for. Her second photo that she decided that she would want to show is a picture of me with my best friend's 3-year-old daughter. And I'm like, Mom, then you have to tell him that she doesn't have a kid. This is just a really good picture of her, or whatever you want to say. I was like, do you not have any pictures of me?
Does she have
That's
Instagram?
Just me? Yeah.
Then why don't you just go to your Instagram and screenshot one of those pictures?
She could do that, yeah.
Just pull up your Instagram. Why is she going through her photo gallery?
I know.
As if you don't have a portfolio of your best pictures right there available on that.
I know. Too funny, though.
She's incredible.
That was hilarious.
She's an absolute character. She's hilarious for that. And I might block my mom if she ever texted me that she just got cracked by a young, hot chiropractor.
Young cute.
I might block her. Oh.
I feel like I don't want my chiropractor to be hot. I feel like I'd want some, I don't know, some brute strength.
Yeah.
A little rough around the edges. rather than, I don't know, fancy manicure type guy.
Are you afraid that you're going to be like...
Fall in love?
Yeah, like intrigued? Because when you do get cracked by a chiropractor, or adjusted would be the...
Yeah, adjusted.
When you do, there's an alleviation, and when you work your body out like that, there's like this good feelings come over you. You know, it's a rush
Endorphins?
of endorphins.
I used that word last time, probably incorrectly.
Of dopamine.
Yeah.
There's a rush that comes over you, so you are a little bit more enamored. You're a little bit more susceptible to good feelings, and if your chiropractor is very attractive, you might be a little bit attracted.
That's where you go to Jupiter Island.
That's a different trip. That's the crafty.
Pause. And now we talk about Safebound Moving and Storage.
Safebound Moving and Storage will get you from Jupiter Island to the Treasure Coast. It could get you within the state lines of Florida if you want to move. It could also get you out of Florida or into the state of Florida if the Sunshine State is where you have your eyes set on. If you are looking to move, you are safe with Safebound. Right? This is a team of trained experts. It is family owned. They are based in West Palm Beach. Safebound Moving and Storage, Florida's most trusted moving company. They literally moved my sister. From South Florida to Georgia. I can't tell you how hot the movers were, but I can tell you how skilled they were with their craft. These guys are great. You don't want to move yourself. You absolutely don't want to move yourself, especially not with how hot it is here in South Florida. So Safebound Moving and Storage is the place you want to go with, the people you want to be with, the good people. They even have Safebound Luxury, expert team in art handling, special event moving, luxury retail, high-end residential. Whether you're moving out of Florida or in, Safebound Moving and Storage has the experience, expertise, and the 5-star customer service you can rely on. You're safe with Safebound. Oh, man. Your mom's incredible.
Is that what the chiropractor said?
Right after he got done cracking her. It's the happy hour on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey everybody, it's Cade Chumsland. Every week, Land Rover Palm Beach supports local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community by naming a Player of the Week. This year, $35,000 will be awarded to student athletes and their schools. Tune in to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day every Friday night as I unveil this week's featured athlete. If you have a great performance that I need to know about, DM us at ESPN West Palm. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond.
In South Florida, when it's time to get back in the game, there's a name you need to know. HSS Florida. HSS ranked #1 in orthopedics for 15 years in a row by U.S. News and World Report. HSS brings world-class care to Palm Beach and Wellington. Whether it's a joint replacement, sports injury, or orthopedic trauma, HSS Florida treats athletes of all ages. Visit hss.edu/Florida to schedule your consultation today. HSS Florida, where champions and everyday people alike get the care they need to stay at the top of their game.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches returns February 25th through March 1st, 2026. To show our appreciation for our fans and community, we're offering the lowest available ticket prices for a limited time. Enjoy the beautiful Palm Beach weather and watch PGA Tour players compete in your backyard at PGA National Resort. These exclusively priced tickets are on sale now through August 25th at thecognizantclassic.com/ESPN.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Yeah, man. That brother is starving. Oh, and it's Baby Ruth candy bars, not Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
So I guess he does not get any commission on those, on the candy bar sales.
You think they knew what they were doing?
Yeah, hell yeah, they knew what they were doing. We should look that up. We should look up the history. And it's funny because now that I see, and thank you for the comment, Ray, in the YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm. Now that I see that comment, I do remember having this conversation with somebody before and me being like, hey, that's it's like stolen valor. They're definitely playing off of the baseball player.
Yeah, it's like Pokey Reese and Reese's. And to a lesser extent, I guess.
Right.
Because Reese's is probably more famous than the baseball player that played for the Red Sox.
Here it is right here.
Pirates.
From Wikipedia. In 1920, the Curtis Candy Company, 1920, mind you, The Curtis Candy Company refashioned its candy cake. It was spelled candy cake with K's. Glad there's not a third letter. Into the Baby Ruth. And it became the best-selling confection in the 5-cent confectionery category. The bar was a staple of the Chicago-based company for more than 6 decades. 1920.
The company claims that it was named after President Grover Cleveland's daughter, Ruth Cleveland.
Oh, that's cap. Although the name of the candy bar sounds like the name of a famous baseball player, Babe Ruth, the Curtis Candy. Okay. The candy maker located on the same street as Wrigley Field named the bar Baby Ruth in 1921. As Babe Ruth's fame was on the rise in 1921, that's Babe Ruth. That's Babe Ruth era.
What's something that sounds like Shohei Ohtani that isn't literally Shohei Ohtani?
Right.
All right, you talk about Bob Carter's what I think about this.
I'll talk about Bob because they're the ones that are creative. They are trained in the arts, and they probably can come up with something. Especially those improv folks that kick it at Bob Carter's Actors Rep.
They would excel about this conversation.
That would have been so easy. You know, for more than 40 years, actually, the Bob Carter's Actors Rep has been a creative home for bold storytelling, transformative arts, education, and local talent right here in West Palm Beach. Now, this beloved nonprofit theater is in urgent need of your help. We're raising $40,000 to keep the stage alive, and every single dollar counts. So donate today to save the arts. Donate today at GoFundMe.com/SaveActorsRep. I know it's a lot of money and a lot of motion out here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Help us keep the curtain rising for generations to come. Let's keep the arts alive together. GoFundMe.com/SaveActorsRep. We had a great time at Bob Carter's Actors Rep doing our stand-up comedy Punchline Picks payoff. We need to make sure that we get the Punchline Picks activation recreated again this year ahead of football season. We're going to name it something different.
What's the punishment? That's what I want to know.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because we got to change the name because Punchline Picks was a play on the punishment.
Maybe we can keep it. Maybe we keep it Punchline Picks, and the punishment is like you got to.
Mike Tyson is not doing much these days.
Dean Thomas.
Oh,
yes, the
Dean
losers.
Thomas just it's got to be off. You know what? Things that we did at the stand-up show probably aren't safe for like work.
No.
Now that we're getting punched in the face by Dean Thomas.
I think we should do that.
So like we've already crossed the line, and let's just have fun while we're across the line.
Why doesn't he, like, instead of punching in the face, like, just like choke you? I don't know.
No.
Like,
But
I
that
don't know.
punch choke you.
I get that, but like I don't know.
Punchline Picks. You got to get punched.
I know. I don't think Dean Thomas would punch anyone.
Yeah, what if it's part of a payoff or a bet?
And if the money's right, I think Dean Thomas would. Dean Thomas got a price.
$100. We should try to call Dean right now. How much money would we have to pay you?
I got you.
He's available.
Get Dean on the Baptist Health Hotline here. How much money, Dean Thomas, former UFC fighter, he left the UFC with a winning record. He's now currently coaching in the UFC. Some very prominent fighters. He mentors, he coaches, he does ringside play-by-play and whatnot.
Yeah.
This guy is in the thick of it. You think he's not antsy to punch somebody in the face these days?
I think he could help us set up something where maybe you have to like fight against someone.
Okay.
Like maybe it's not Dean Thomas.
Okay.
But maybe
someone up and coming, like maybe
yes,
like a 13-year-old jiu-jitsu like black belt.
Yes. Or maybe it's show v show. We do a tag team fight, and the punishment is the team that loses Punchline Picks, they
get brass knuckles.
No. The other team gets the brass knuckles. If you lose, you have to be yeah. So the team that loses Punchline Picks, they have to go against the other team, and then we get the brass knuckles.
We can figure something out.
And then we get to punch each other. Punchline Picks.
Straight to voicemail.
Dang it, Dean.
I know.
On D&D.
He DM'd me at like 5:30 this morning too.
Really? Was it the picture? Was it the Tina picture of with her and the hot dog?
No.
Not that.
Is it making its rounds?
No, Dean got the movie coming up.
Oh,
filming next weekend.
Oh,
did you get the part?
He picked you?
Yeah, didn't
What
mean
the
to rub it
hell?
in your face.
Dean,
but
what
I got the spot.
hell?
They talked to casting and they said they want me.
What?
So I will be in a feature film.
What?
Not this weekend, but next weekend.
What?
I'll miss the 6 o'clock kickoffs, whatever's going on in college football at that time. So I'll see Ohio State, Texas, but I'll miss the one after that.
I'm sad. You know what? Punchline picks. I'm going to punch Dean Thomas in the face. How about that? Yeah. No. Because you want to offer a brother up a job, get my hopes up. I'm thinking I'm going to start my Hollywood career. And you're going to try me like that, old man?
He didn't let you know either.
He didn't even let me know. He didn't even, you know how like you apply for that job? It's been the job you've been waiting on your whole life. It's your dream job. You're just waiting, your fingers crossed. And then like you're scrolling on social media and you see somebody make an announcement post. And it's like,
personal news.
Career update.
Officially official.
Wow. Then you hit up the hiring manager or whoever, and you're like, hey, just check it in to see. No response back still. That's how this feels right now. Wow. That's how this feels right now. And you know what? That's fine. Because when I see Dean Thomas, it's on. All right? I've been professionally trained too. Have you heard of Sugar Ray Leonard?
Yes.
Yeah. It's on. And this is my right. I'm going easy on you. I'm a southpaw. If I threw this one up, you might flinch.
Whoa.
Yeah. Did you get nervous when I did it?
I did. Put those things away.
I will try. But no promises. If I see Dean Thomas, it's on. Make sure nobody sends this to Dean. C-Cat, Kaiser University.
Dude, I'm going tomorrow morning. I was
wondering.
I've got my next golf lesson at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. Going to see Coach Pete, 9:30 a.m., bright and early. Getting excited for that lesson because I went on the links today, excelled at the things that I got lessons on. My short game, my wedge work. And now I identified some issues with other parts of my game that I'm going to have Coach Pete hear about. He'll diagnose the issue, and we'll get working on that. You can lower your handicap quick at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. And that goes from if you're a scratch golfer who wants to score more, play competitive golf, win some money on the golf course, or maybe you're like a guy who doesn't actually keep score because the scores are kind of embarrassing, and you want to actually start keeping a handicap.
What the hell is he talking about?
They have the best facilities, tools, and coaching that you need if you want to get better at the game of golf. Enjoy the best facilities in the area, both outdoor and indoor in case it rains. It's summer in South Florida. You need to have a backup plan, and Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center will not leave you out in the rain and say maybe next time. Take the party inside, and we'll keep on improving that aspect of your game that you came here to get better at. 2,000 square feet of indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, a private classroom, and they've got the video and ball flight analysis. It's a whole lot easier to see what you're doing wrong in your swing if you can watch it back on video, and they've got the facilities and the technology to see that and make you help train like a tour pro. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center, it's in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more, KaiserGolfCenter.com. And if you take my advice and go to KaiserGolfCenter.com, maybe you start your lessons tomorrow. Maybe we meet there. Maybe you'll see me, see my golf swing. Wow. I guarantee you, it's a whole lot better tomorrow than it was a month ago before I started training at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center.
Trey Hendrickson, Bengals edge rusher, under contract for this next year, but been holding out. The Cincinnati Bengals reportedly via The Athletic are having serious trade talks regarding the edge rusher. We address what the Bengals will look like with or without Hendrickson on the other side. That's C-Cat. That is Tina. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
This is ESPN 106.3's Mike Rizzo. Recently, I had the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Michael Stark, a spine surgeon in the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group. When it comes to spine injuries, Dr. Stark says there can be a misconception.
It's broad. Everyone thinks back would just be pain, but that's not always the case. In the spine is all your nerves, your spinal cord and your nerves that come out into the lumbar spine. Problems that you can see with those aren't just pain necessarily. Those are the more obvious, but you can see numbness. Patients can come in without pain, but they may have weakness in their leg or in their arm, and that may be from a pinched nerve that's higher up in the spine somewhere. So those are usually more alarm type symptoms where I would say you need to get evaluated, but it could also be something simple like a muscle strain or pull where it would end up with back pain or tightness that could result in symptoms prompting care.
That's Dr. Michael Stark with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362 or go online to pbhnphysiciangroup.com.
Hi, Kevin Dalton here from the Unlimited Auto Wash Clubs. Time to start getting your ride ready for summer. Stop by the Unlimited Auto Wash Clubs and try out one of our best wash packages, the Ultimate Plus. It gives you everything your car needs inside and out, including our ceramic graphene coating. Or try one of our unlimited monthly plans, starting as low as $34.95 a month, or with inside and out plus tire shine starting as low as $49.95 a month. Visit any one of our 6 convenient locations or call 561-WASH-ME-TOO.
Okay, pause. Literally stop your morning and pay attention because breakfast at McDonald's is popping off with deals. Right now, get a sausage McMuffin with egg for only $3. Or, brace yourself, grab a full breakfast combo in the app for just $5.49. That's hash browns, a drink, the whole delicious situation. So slide through the drive-thru, fuel up for the day, and get with it. McDonald's breakfast. It's fast, it's tasty, it's happening. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Back to school got you tight on cash? McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Pick from your favorites like a rich caramel frappe or chocolatey mocha frappe. All small frappes are just $3.50. Or grab the iconic snack wrap for just $2.99. That's right, the snack wraps you love are back. Can we take a moment to celebrate the McDonald's under $4 McValue menu? There's something for every appetite, every vibe, and every kind of day. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
We were going to talk about Trey Hendrickson. We were going to talk about Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals, but I don't care about that because they haven't traded him. I don't think they'll trade him. I think they'll just try to get him to play for free because they're the Bengals and they're cheap. I got to get to this headline that's actually shocking the nation, and also it sends some waves through Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast for our high school football stuff. Y'all mind if I do that?
Go crazy, twin.
Go ahead.
Appreciate you. Before I do get to that, this is huge news, by the way. Number one overall quarterback in the 2028 class, apparently playing high school football here in South Florida. Before I get to that hot news, I want to tell you about something cool, something that can keep you cool here in the hot months, and that's EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. All right. If the answer is no to the question of is your air flowing properly in your home, then EDS is yes. Is there a room in your home that's hotter than others? Okay. Well, EDS is yes. Do you have trouble getting hot water when you need it? EDS is yes. I guess you guessed it at this point. They are your trusted AC and plumbing expert, making sure your air and water are flowing properly. Also, I have the gold plan with EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, so I get 2 visits per year. You can do that as well. All you got to do is go online, edsisyes.com, and make sure that your AC is running at peak performance. It's preventative care as well as repair. edsisyes.com. Also, they're not going to let your budget stand in between you and your comfort. How about this for an offer? EDS is now offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. That could be you. How do you find out? It's easy. Visit edsisyes.com today. Check them out. The good people have been servicing the area since 2006, and the good people know a thing or two about air conditioning and plumbing. They know what they're doing. Get in with them. edsisyes.com.
Have we heard from Dean Thomas?
No.
Oh,
he didn't text me back.
When I went to
Hasn't
look up
even
his
read it.
contact info for his phone number, I don't have it memorized.
Wow.
I accidentally hit the FaceTime real quick. So then I got out of that real quick to get his phone number. But Tina, I know you texted him. No reply, no red receipt.
No.
How about you, Theo?
I have not hit him up yet. I thought y'all were on that. We're not going to triple text and FaceTime and call the dude.
Well, that means it's urgent. So
Yeah. In the middle of
we
something.
only have a minute and a half left in the show. It is pretty urgent.
He might be in the middle of something, man.
Tomorrow. We'll get him to join tomorrow.
We will.
And we'll see how much we can pay him to.
Punch somebody in the face. Yeah.
Yes.
Punch
like
the two losers in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Champ Mines. Real name Wonderful, we just found out on Rivals.com. Champ Mines, Vero Beach quarterback. He is the number 2 overall player in the 2028 class now. He has an Ohio State offer. He has 18 Division I offers. Number 2 overall player, number 1 overall quarterback in the 2028 class. This kid is going to be a sophomore this year for Vero Beach. The Fighting Indians look like one of the best teams in the area. And for us, out of this area, I was just talking to somebody about this, to have this level of quarterback play, like it has not happened in quite some time. All throughout many of the schools. If you have not been tapped in with ESPN Top 63 at ESPN Top 63 on Twitter, on YouTube, if you haven't been tapped in with High School Game Day, there is elite level play coming out of South Florida, specifically the 561 and 772 area. We have a reigning state champion in West Boca. We got teams that are bolstered with talent all throughout. Tap into the coverage because we're going to be the first and the most prevalent on all of it at ESPN Top 63. CCAT, you're going to be calling these games, man.
Oh, yeah.
This kid, when you're the number 1 quarterback in your class, you're a future NFL player. That's what they're saying about Champ Mines.
Sure are.
Can't wait to be calling those games and playing over those highlights. Tina, thanks for the stories. CCAT, thanks for the time. Bruce on Rizzo next. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
It's heating up fast in Palm Beach County. Hey, it's Colin, and if your AC isn't ready for the Florida heat, now is the time to call John C. Cassidy Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Since 1960, John C. Cassidy has kept homes cool and comfortable. Don't wait for a breakdown. Upgrade your system today with great financing available. Be sure to ask about the Cassidy Care Program for year-round peace of mind. Cassidy is proud to support our local community, including the YMCA and the Palm Beach Gardens Youth Athletic Association. Stay cool. Stay prepared with Cassidy Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Visit CassidyAC.com.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to